Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kobo Sports Room. Make sure you click on the subscribe button, you press the post notification bell. We have not been posting lately. Yes, I'm trying to, study one or two things in YouTube, trying to learn more. I mean, you should learn more. If you are a YouTuber, you should learn more, trying to learn more and trying to, understand how the system works and then, come back harder. So if you are here, please support me, click on the subscribe button, share the video, tell your boys about Kobo Sports Room, and then let them come and watch the video. Let's interact in the comment section. Today's content or today's video is a special one. I mean, today is Friday morning in Ghana time around 10 a.m. in Ghana time. We're going to talk about the comeback of South American football, or the rise again of South American football. We are going to talk about Nico Williams. We talk about Nico Williams, and if we have time, we'll touch a bit more on the PFA Young Player of the Season's nomination that has come out. I have one or two things to say about it. We'll touch a bit on it. That is if we have time. We'll do that, and then you leave your comment in the comment section. Drop all your comment down below. Let me know what you think about the comeback of South American football. This is Kobo Sports Room. Click on the subscribe button, press the post notification bell. Let's get straight into the video. So we are starting with the comeback of South American football. Club World Cup 2025 is on, and then it is playing. The second round has started and all of that, and then the South American teams are doing so well in this Club World Cup. We have seen BOTAFOGO defeating PSG, the European champions, just this midnight around 1 a.m. in Ghana time, midnight. We have seen FLAMENGO winning. We have seen, Palmeiras also winning early by 2 goals to 0 and all of that. So they are doing well in this particular tournament. And some of us, we saw it coming. Some of us, we have advocated that how people see this Club World Cup, they see it to be an European dominated affair, or they see it to be, the Europeans going to dominate the tournament and all of that. Of course, they are the favorite to win it, but it doesn't mean they are going to win it, or it doesn't mean that they are solely going to dominate the tournament. So some of us, we saw it coming, and we have advocated that these South American teams, the RIVERPLATE, the BOTAFOGOs, the Palmeiras, the FLAMENGOs, they are not here to joke. So on my GN Sports, the Gajio Sports that I am a co-host there, we said one or two things about Inter Milan, and then the fact that Inter Milan is going to struggle in his group, and people come at us. They try to sort of ridicule us that we don't watch football. This is what is happening. Some of us, we saw it coming, and the rise of South American football. Obviously, we saw the South American football rise in the middle of 50s, in the middle 50s, getting to the early 60s, and then in the middle 60s, that is where the Brazilian national team, the samba football, the Pelés, and then the likes were, playing football solely, of course, entertainment football. We saw that, and then we also saw in the 1990s, that is the early 90s, where Argentina went into the World Cup final with West Germany. We saw the likes of Maradona leading the team, and a whole lot in the Argentine national team, to the 1994 World Cup, where Brazil won against Italy. In 1994, we saw the likes of Ronaldo, da Lima, the Great coming in. We saw the likes of Rivaldo, and then, the likes. We saw all of them coming into the team, the Zico, the people coming into the team. And then back into the 1998 World Cup, where Ronaldo, da Lima, the Great, the Ronaldinos, all these young boys were coming into the team. That was a peak South American football, where they had all this chunk of talent coming into Europe to come and dominate Europe. That was where Ballon d'Or was Ballon d'Or, and people, Ballon d'Or was solely, purely on eye test, purely on entertainment football, purely on, a defender can even win a Ballon d'Or. Messi, who has like 2 goals, can even win a Ballon d'Or because he has performed, he has been impactful in his team, in the national team. That was where national team was national team. I'm not saying today national team is still national team, but that is where national team was national team. And back into the 2002 World Cup, where Brazil also won, the Ronaldos, the Ronaldinho, young Ronaldinho coming in, and we also had, the Z Robertos, we had all these guys, we had the Kakes and all these guys coming in the World Cup 2002. just to come and climax the whole thing, because that was peak South American football. That was peak Brazilian football. And when we talk about South American football, it's all about Brazil, Brazil, Brazil. Argentina comes in a bit, Brazil, Brazil, and then the Uruguay national team also comes in a bit. Then we saw the Zalayetes, we saw the Gabriel Batistutas, the Maradonas, the Ronaldo, the greats, the Adrianos, Kaká, and all these guys. So peak South American football was way back in the early 50s and middle 50s, entering early 60s and middle 60s. And it came back again in the early 90s, the 1994, and then the late 90s. But now, obviously, we have had players coming in, trooping in from South America, the Neymars, the Vinicius Juniors, all Rodrigos, trooping in into the European pedestal. But we have not seen peak South American football. And I think that this Club World Cup, the South American teams needed this platform. They have been cooking low-key down there, and they needed a bigger platform to showcase their talent, to showcase the world what they have been cooking for so many years. And it is evident in the Club World Cup, where we see Botafogo winning PSG, the European champions, 1-0. Botafogo has qualified, basically qualified, because they are going to qualify. I mean, it is 3-3, Atletico Madrid 3, PSG 3. Things could change, but basically, they have like 90% chance to qualify from the group. We have also had Palmeiras also winning early 2-0 yesterday. River Plate also winning Red Diamonds by 3-1. Fluminense drawing against Borussia Dortmund, and we look at the way and manner the tension Borussia Dortmund. It's all about mentality. The South American ball is all about mentality. Look at the way they tension Borussia Dortmund. I was privileged to watch the second Evo because it was, a peak, Ghanaian time. So I was privileged to watch the second half of this particular game. We saw the way Fluminense tormented Borussia Dortmund. We also saw FLAMENGO also winning Esperance 2-0. Of course, it was expected. I don't expect Esperance to, tension FLAMENGO like that. So 2-0, Boca Juniors drawing against Benfica. Boca Juniors coming into this particular tournament has not been doing well, even last season and even this season. They have not been doing well. But I was expecting Benfica to win. But look at the way and manner Boca Juniors was able to hold Benfica, an European side, Benfica coming into this game, and then Botafogo winning Seattle Sounders by 2-1. Palmeiras also drawing against Porto. Palmeiras was even expected to win Porto. So these South American boys has not lost in this FIFA Club World Cup, and they have been cooking down there, and they needed a bigger platform to showcase what they have been cooking, or to showcase their food. Because if you cook, you do exhibition, you showcase your food for people to see and buy, right? So South American football is on the rise, and some of us, we saw it early, and that is why we predicted Inter Milan to struggle in his group. They have been cooking down there, and I feel so happy for them, because there is this much of talent out there that needs to come and play football. We need to see them. And if they are in South America, obviously the scouts and the agents are going to see them. But some of us watching football from Africa, we are not going to have a lot of privilege to watch these boys. But when these boys comes to the European pedestal and perform there like the way Ronaldinhos, the Rivaldos, the Ronaldos did, Adriano did, we will be fortunate and will be privileged to watch these boys. Look at the Ego Jesus guy, the 22-year-old Brazilian striker who scores the goal for Botafogo in the PSG game. This guy needs to come into the European pedestal and perform. We need to see talent like this. And one of the reasons why this is happening is the fact that now South America is not just, a hub for talent to be exported from that pedestal or that part of the world to Europe. Now they are also bringing people from Europe. So you see Jorginho coming in to come and help from FLAMENGO in the Club World Cup. You see even Victor Roque, he went to Barcelona, didn't go out so well, and then he came back to Brazil again, Palmeiras, to also come and help the team, and he's also playing in the Club World Cup. So now it is not a hub of talent exporting, but it is gradually becoming a hub of talent importing. They also import talent from where? From Europe. You could see the River Plate team where they had a lot of European guys who has experience in the European game, and they are in South America now helping their various teams. So South American football is on the rise again, and it is, gradually getting to its peak now. It is coming to peak, and we will see a lot of these boys. I expect them to do well in the FIFA Club World Cup, the ongoing FIFA Club World Cup tournament. What do you think about the South American football right now, and the fact that these teams are doing so well in the Club World Cup? What do you think? Drop all your comment down below. And I feel so bad for African football, because the team we even believed in are not even doing anything. Ali are not even doing anything. They panic when they see, when there is a chance to take and win, they panic. I think the only team that is going to do well is Mamelodi Sundowns. Let's see their second game. And then I expect, the reason why I want Mamelodi Sundowns to do well in this tournament is the talent they have, the South African talent they have. They don't travel that much, but the Ro Williams, the Teboho, Mokoena. I want to see Mokoena in some of the big European teams, or in some of the European teams in mainstream Europe, just to see Mokoena, what he can do in the mainstream Europe. They have solid talent in the Mamelodi Sundowns team that could come into Europe and then showcase their talent. So that's why I'm so much happy for Mamelodi Sundowns, and then the fact that they started well in this particular Club World Cup. Let's see what they will do. African football, we should rise up. We should rise up. If it is about coaching, we should do coaching. If it's about investing, we should invest in our game. We should rise up. Rise up, and then let's see what African football will also do. But that South American football is on the rise. Drop all your comment down below. Let me know what you think about South American football. At this moment, we are moving to our next topic, which is Nico Williams. Nico Williams. Barcelona are looking forward to, of course, purchase Nico Williams or get the service of Nico Williams. The player is ready to go to Barcelona, but it's up for Barcelona to negotiate with Athletic Club Bilbao in terms of finances, and in terms of the way and manner they will pay the release clause. That is the blockage of this particular deal. Nico Williams initially was asking for a ridiculous amount of salary, but now he is ready to reduce his salary 6 to 7 million net salary to play for Barcelona. He has seen that, or he has seen the need to move to a bigger club, because if you are in Athletic Bilbao, all the hypes, the Lamine Yamals, the Pedris, the Jamal Musialas, the Cole Palmer, the likes, your people, your own age mate are enjoying. You wouldn't enjoy that. Look at Michael Olise. When he was in Crystal Palace, he didn't have the chance to start in a French national team, but now he's playing in Bayern Munich. You would have to start him because he's playing a bigger side and he's doing well. So Nico Williams, even though he is playing solidly well for the Spanish national team, but he needs that hype, he needs that attention to be able to challenge for the big individual trophies. So he has seen the need to move from Athletic Bilbao to a bigger club, which is Barcelona, and he's ready to reduce his salary. Now it is up to Barca to negotiate and make this deal possible, because the player has done everything, and then the agent has done everything possible to make this deal happen. Now Bayern Munich are also there on the other side. Nico Williams is giving a priority to Barcelona. Can you believe Nico Williams and then his agent demanded or requested for 20 million gross salary from Bayern Munich? And now in Barcelona, they are ready to take 6 to 7 million net salary. Look at the amount of disrespect Nico Williams and his agent are showing to FC Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is not a small club, but look at the disrespect. Of course, I solely agree. If he wants to play for Barcelona, no, I don't have any problem with that. But if I am a Bayern Munich, director, if I am Max Abel, I'm looking at Nico Williams like this. I'm looking at him like this. Because, and I've heard that Bayern Munich are there, they are still in the picture, and if a deal fails with Barcelona, they will be willing to, come in and then secure a deal for Nico Williams. If I'm Max Abel, I'm doing like this. Because you are willing to accept 7 million or 6 to 7 million net salary, and you want to take 20 million gross salary in Bayern Munich. If the deal for Nico Williams to Barcelona fails and he comes back to Bayern Munich, he shouldn't be in a position to demand 20 million gross salary. Bayern Munich should be in a position to offer like 12 million gross salary, or let's say 10 million or 8 million net salary. And if he will not take, he should stay at Bilbao. If I am a director, that is what I'm going to do. And if you are going to do this, you should have a backup plan. You probably negotiate with Rafael Leao or any other winger that you feel would fit the Nico Williams profile. But Nico Williams, when he comes back and a deal fails with Barcelona, he shouldn't be in a position to demand that 20 million gross salary from Bayern Munich, because Bayern Munich are not Arsenal. Bayern Munich are not Tottenham Hotspur. You can't, flex on Bayern Munich. No, it shouldn't happen that way. So Max Abel, this is an advice to you. When Nico Williams comes back, he shouldn't be in a position to demand 20 million gross salary from you, whilst he was willing to accept 6 to 7 million net salary in Barcelona. Ladies and gentlemen, this will brings us to the end of the video. We couldn't talk about the PFA Player of the Year nomination. If we have time, we'll react to it. Make sure you click on the subscribe button, press the post notification. But what do you think about the Nico Williams situation? What do you think about the rise of South American football and then the Brazilian football? Drop all your comment down below. This is Kobo Sports Room. You are welcome here, and thank you so much for your time. Take care of yourselves, and peace.